So, this is a Prowess deck. Prowess, for those not familiar, refers to the mechanic on Monastery Swiftspear here, as well as Soul-Scar Mage, which is a mechanic that says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, these creatures get +1/+1 till end of turn. We also have Stormchaser Mage that has Prowess, and then we have Elusive Spellfist here, which has Pseudo Prowess. It gains exactly one attack. And it gets evasion. And then something that's really neat in this deck is that these adventure creatures kind of solve some of the wrong half problem a little bit in this deck. So Rimrock Knight and Bonecrusher Giant, these are cards that trigger our Prowess creatures and are threats of our own. So that way things like Blossoming Defense and Temur Battle Rage and like Become Events and stuff have targets, even if we're playing against someone that's removal heavy. We also have 4 copies of Once Upon a Time in our deck to kind of tie the mana together and also help us find our threats. So, deck seems sweet. Let's hop on into a league here with it and see how it goes. I watched Day9 playing Standard last night, and he described it as demoralizing and soul-crushing to be playing Standard in this format, which is sad. Yeah, it's just like the Brews have a really rough time. And, like, obviously, like, there's always going to be decks that are better than the other decks. But, like, pretending like what's happening right now is the norm is just, like, just not. It's a lot like this presidency. This Standard is not normal. And don't pretend it's normal. This is not what you should expect. It's not what you want to be happening. I'm going to keep this. Think about a Mana Confluence here. Gosh, there's people that weren't using Twitch in dark mode. You poor folks. And we didn't vote for this Standard. Yep, hashtag not my Oko. Can we impeach Oko? I think we have a better chance of removing Oko from office than we do removing Trump from office. Oko doesn't have Moscow Mitch protecting him. Maester Wow, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Have I done a league with Hardened Scales yet? I've not. That's not a deck that we've played games with. Just came into Standard being compared to Trump spicy at here this point. Look, we do what we can. Yeah, I'm here's hoping, Gargoyle. Fingers crossed. Slip into something more comfortable here for Taylor. I was hoping to draw a land and play Soul-Scar Mage this turn, but it is what it is. Yeah, I agree. I think if Magic was not a tabletop game, Oko would have had his +1 turned into a -1 by now. And like, it just like would be a non-issue. But Magic is a slave to the fact that it is a partially paper game. But I'm playing a Field of the Dead deck here. Here we go again. I don't have any white mana notably at the moment, so no sweepers in sight here, hopefully. Fingers crossed. To set a low bar, Marty, I don't think any of the people on the Democrat side are as bad as Hillary was in terms of like how unpopular they're going to be. I also think there are a lot of really arrogant people on the left last time that just like wanted to not vote for Hillary, but also thought a Trump presidency was an impossibility. And now that it's very apparent that it is a possibility, I think people are going to be more motivated to show up. Let's auto yield to these, huh? Alright, I think I just play Soul-Scar Mage here and pass. They have a white source now, so we could get swept next turn, but hopefully they're just going to make some blockers, then we'll kill them. Any attempt to remove Oko is a witch hunt. He's a very good, very fair prince. He never stole any crowns. Don't let them convince you otherwise. Oko named himself Thief of the Crowns. We'll never know if he did it or not. We might have a hard time getting these last few points across the finish line here. It's very possible my sequencing on the slip-through space earlier this game was not ideal. All witnesses have been turned into elks, yep. Nah, I think arrogance was a big part of it. While Hillary ran a spectacularly bad campaign, and like, wasn't a good candidate in general, I agree with those things. Pretending that she's in any way comparable to Donald Trump is just some hot nonsense. Yeah, Stormchaser Mage might drag us kicking and screaming across this finish line. Can I hear your opinion on Epstein? Come on now. That definitely wasn't suicide. Come on now. Are we about to get Nexus evaded? I think we're about to get Nexus evaded. What if Hillary tries to become the Democratic representative again? I would like to think that people will show up and vote and make sure that's not an option. Spell, non-creature spell, non-creature spell, non-creature spell, non-creature spell. Never not a land, chat. Never not a land. All right, I mean, we're technically not dead on board, right? So, I'm just saying there's a chance. What does to the left or to the right mean when it comes to the US government? On the right are people who are borderline or actual fascists at this point. And on the left are people who are trying to, like, create nationalized healthcare in our country so people can stop going bankrupt. On the right, you have people who are pulling out of the Paris Climate Accords. And on the left, you have people that want to treat climate change as the global crisis that it is and needs to be addressed. So my children can have a planet to live on when they're adults. We didn't get time wiped, so that's like step one. Step one, didn't get time wiped, didn't get Nexus evaded. Is a Stormchaser Mage about to like run this goal down? Yeah, he is. Who's a good little 3-1? 1-3. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. The stormiest of all the mages. Your children will have a planet, it's called Mars. It's sad because it's true. Alright, is this a Spell Pierce matchup? It's probably a Spell Pierce matchup, right? How much spot removal do I expect them to have? Probably pretty minimal. Bonecrusher Giant's actually probably not very good, huh? How do I feel about Cindervines? It kills what's his name? Like, they have a lot of non-creature spells. I'm gonna try Cindervines. Maybe I want Brazen Borrower instead of Cindervines. 3-1. Yeah, I'm going to bring in the 3-1. 3-1 flyer sounds great. I always go back to the George Carlin quote, the planet's going to be fine, the people are screwed. That's true. The Earth will probably persist. Oh, my game trail. Oh, game trail, my game trail. We can never win. We can never win. Oh no. Oh no. The Johnniest of all the offshoots is going to gain them all the life. Every land gains them a life. Please nerf Johnny Offshoot. Send help. Please nerf. Life gain is cheating. I agree. Are we dead? We feel pretty dead. Healing Salve too strong. Yep. Healing Salve's busted, chat. The Elusive Spellfist. Draft Bulks. This card's on standard play. Thank you very much. This card was a standard all-star, one could say. There were a lot of ramp decks in that standard format. Just need to 21 them next turn, no big deal, right? It's not like it's different than a Boreal Grazer. So like Grazer, man, 3 of the top 4 Magic streams right now are playing Magic Online. What year is it? Are you happy, Watsy? I hope you're happy. I hope you know that this is your bed that you've made and you need to lie down in it. So the Elusive Spellfist here is unblockable. So we might be able to pull a sneaky on him. There is a chance that a sneaky can be pulled here. Here's to caring about each other and taking self-care seriously. Thanks for the support, Garth. I appreciate the biddies. I mean, saying no one is playing Arena is being hyperbolic, because there's definitely some number of people playing Arena. I would believe that there's less people playing Arena, but it also might not be meaningfully less, considering they haven't made a change. I honestly hope their bottom line is hurting, because like, if their bottom line's not hurting, we're not gonna get any change. The only way for there to be meaningful change is for Papa's wallet to be hurting. I spent real money for that Eldraine pass, that I'm gonna finish it. God bless. Yeah, I think we're probably dead now. Third field. We can't race anymore. All right. Get to be on the play for game 3. I think there's a lot of different things they could do. I think they could ban Oko. I also think they could ban Once and Goose. There's a lot of things we could do. So shillings are still active, Mattman, because I didn't want to punish subs because gift subs have been annoying. or because the non-subs have been a little bit annoying with it. So I removed the ability to redeem messages in sub-only chat, but subs can still accrue shillings and bump decks and stuff. Non-subs are technically still accruing them. They just can't redeem them to send messages anymore. This hand's great. Jotty Offshoot versus the Elusive Spellfist. A tale as old as time. Yeah, Nissa increases. There could be cards you could remove. I agree with that. That's true. They can technically bump decks too. That is accurate. What happens when a non-sub casts in the Shillionaire option? I don't know. We'll cross that bridge in 2 years when we get to it. Boo Shoes, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Pioneer Party Bus, please. Will do. I should have time to get that built for tomorrow, hopefully. Because gifting subs just came up again, something I want to mention a couple of times today. Effective immediately, I am no longer accepting gift subs to bump decks or add decks in the deck queue. Just so that's not a surprise, it's been removed as an option on the forum. So if you're someone that was gifting subs on the regular to bump things, donations or bits are still accepted. Tier 2 and Tier 3 subs still get their bonus. Just for the sake of my sanity, I am no longer taking gift subs. I would love to slip into something more comfortable. You want to slip into something more comfortable, Taylor? Spell Pierce is a perfect draw. We can pierce our Promise next turn. Yeah, just doing some self-reflection and watching back over some of my recent videos, and like the amount of me being negative and feeling negative is largely tied to comments from non-subs using shillings and gift subs posting things that I felt were making me feel negative. So rather than continue to deal with that, I'm just going to remove that from a thing that can happen. So if they give us something to Spell Pierce here, we can play Become Immense. Nah, I think I'd rather just not German. Shillings don't make me money. So like, Spell Pierce, feeling bad. Once upon a time, there was a... There was a Rimrock Knight. know that that's strictly fair, Jin. I wouldn't be here, you know, I wouldn't spend 60 hours a week on it if I wasn't getting paid. But I would. I've definitely been doing this long before it made money. Give Elusive Spellfist a rim job here. Maybe I should have rim jobbed this one because it's my worst creature and they also didn't block it. Yeah, I think I boulder rushed the wrong creature here. I think I should have boulder rushed over here on the cheaper threat. If they have like non-summon or something here, I'd rather they bounce the Soul-Scar Mage then. Oh, all right, sure. That paid off, I guess. Aether Gust is a reason to do it on the Elusive Spellfist. Yeah, it's all a balance, Double Red. Like, the fact that non-subs can't post makes some people just close the stream and never give it a chance, but it does also encourage some people to like sub who would never otherwise sub. Like at the end of the day, most of my decisions are just gonna be like mental health based. So like, if I feel like something makes me happier to do it in one way, I'm just gonna do it that way. So our Prowess is gonna pump out some zombie tokens here. Hopefully this Elusive Spellfist is about to become immense and just beat our opponent down next turn. I picked bottom with the Soul-Scar Mage there. Because I felt like I have like 3 threats in play still, and like I have a Rimrock Knight on Exile, so I wanted more instants and sorceries. I went to another stream, and the chat was such a dumpster fire. I get the way this one is run out. Yep. I mean, it's just like large Twitch chats in other places are just like any unmoderated internet space, right? Like unmoderated places on the internet tend to suck. All right, if their last card isn't a piece of interaction, they're dead to the Spellfist with this become events. They're there at 8. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh. Living on a prayer, take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Do. Today I realized that we can quite literally join the dark side in Standard because they have cookies. That's great. A Magical Cow, once again, into the brink. Thanks for the 7 months. Hey, thanks for the biddies, Rhino. Thanks for using the Terminator bits for the bonus. By the skin of our teeth there, become immense, letting us know why it's better than Treasure Cruise. Because it kills people. Do I keep this? I think I keep this. I go either way here. I don't know. If this Once Upon a Time finds like one of our red Prowess creatures, we're in a good spot, right? Yeah, prime subs are the same as tier 1 subs in every way, Double Red. How do you bump a deck with shillings? You click the little shilling button and you choose how much you want to bump it by based on how many shillings you have. Hey, Celeris, thanks for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. A 5th land is not what we were looking for. That's pretty unfortunate. We did officially add the Shillionaire option. Wait, did my opponent mulligan and miss their first land drop? Is that what happened there? I think that's what just happened, huh? Or did they F6? I mean, they mulliganed to... What did they mulligan to? They mulliganed to 6? Another Field of the Dead deck. Was someone streaming Field of the Dead recently? Or did it put up a result that I missed? Hey, Golden Experience. Thanks for the biddies. Hope you're having an excellent Wednesday wherever you are. It's been very popular in leagues. Huh. Oh, Caleb was playing yesterday. That makes sense. Allie was doing it too. Sure. SCG played it recently too. Makes sense. Much like playing against Field of the Dead in Standard, I definitely prefer to be playing the decks trying to get under these decks. Yeah, I mean, these ramp decks are very likely the biggest thing you could be doing in the format. Are you ready? Bonecrusher's ready. They play 4 Ugins, an Emrakul, and a Ulamog. Just Ugin. Yeah, Ugin seems great in this format. Are they dead? They're dead to these Bonecrusher Giants, right? My opponent played 0 cards that impacted the board. Man, remember when this was something people were doing in Standard chat? People played 0 cards that impacted the board and just died? Oh, no! Oh, the pride cometh before the fall, chat. Radiant Fountain gets you every time. JK, LOL. Dude. Do-do-do, beep beep beep, do-do-do, 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 pew, 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 do-do-do. We're good at this game. We are in fact incredible, chat. Just the way you drew it up. I know Bonecrusher was okay there, but Spell Pierce would have also been okay. I think I prefer Pierce and Brazen Borrower here. Being able to fly over the top with Brazen Borrower seems very good. Yeah, we queued into a second Field of the Dead deck party. Alright, so we got 2 lands and a bunch of spells. Send me up here. So, the adventure creatures count as creatures everywhere except when you're casting them as the instant or sorcery have. So, they count as an instant or sorcery when you cast that adventure part of it, but everywhere else in your deck, so like, you can find them with Once Upon a Time, etc. They only count as creatures in your graveyard. They're only an instant or sorcery on the stack when they're being cast as such, and just creatures everywhere else. Yikes! Remember when I said that was a land, chat? Remember when I said that was a land? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Alright, so I put a stop on my upkeep there, so we can Titan Strength during my upkeep to scry to a second land. Wanting to play Pioneer on Moto, but the decks I want to play include cards that cost $50 on Moto when they're $15 in paper. Rather spend that money on a single card as a rental service. I do not have any experience with the rental services. Nothing but net, chat. Nothing but net. Yeah, being able to like Snapcaster back adventure cards would have made them probably too good in Modern. Yep. Just want to say thanks for the good informative entertainment. I'm recovering for surgery and watching has helped distract me. Thanks for the biddies. Hope your recovery is swift there, Kenny. Never didn't have it, chat. Never didn't have it. Pioneer me, baby. What's going on, Aaron? Welcome back. Pioneer has definitely rekindled my love for Magic. It was definitely waning with the issues surrounding Arena, and this format is everything I've wanted for a very long time. Oh no. Oh no. Just moments before the accident. Yikes. Yikes. Probably did. Looks like, yep, super dead. Walking Ballista for 3 while I have 3 3/1s. We're done here. You could stop. Mercy, tap it out. Thoughts on using Brazen Borrower to bounce Swiftspear in response to Blast Zone? That's not a legal play. That is not a legal play. Hand's a little mana heavy. It's got a Spell Pierce though, so that sounds great. Yeah, brewing in Modern's been kind of a crap show for a while. The format's really become super hyper focused on what's good and what's not. We're gonna try 3 different standard brews today, and we'll see how those go. Hopefully we don't come scurrying back to Pioneer right away. Yeah, Slip Through Space I think is a underexplored card in these Prowess types, these Prowess decks. Seems very reasonable. Yeah, never getting Tron, never. Oh, I misclicked. Oh, I should have. That's actually exactly why I passed with Spell Pierce up. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Right on time, 1 drop. Welcome to the party. I wanted to get into Arena, but it's become clear that I won't come near Arena anytime soon. I've never gotten into Moto before. It seems like a lot of money for something you don't actually own. Does it seem like Arena is relatively affordable compared to Paper Magic? I mean, I don't know. Like, if you think about it, so the thing about Magic Online is you're basically just renting all of your cards because you can sell back off the stuff you buy. Whereas, like, money you put into Arena is just gone forever. So, Arena has a lower upfront cost, but, like, it is just gone once you spend it. So, like, there is something to that. Thanks for the 5 months, Citrus. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I might have played an entire league offline last night. You can play historic WotC's most supported format. Yep, it's something. I went 3-2 in a league with Blue-Green Eldrazi. I don't know. There's ups and downs to both. Like $60 digital Okos or $80 digital Okos or whatever they cost right now, it's definitely a pretty big downside. Yeah, the fact that Magic Online makes online gambling not optional is a big deal. Because, like it or leave it, to call a spade, Magic Online is online gambling. Just factually what it is. I mean, I can't believe I missed the Spell Pierce in there once upon a time. Kind of tilted that I missed that. Can we draw a pump spell, please? Please. Perfect. So 3. This does 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, if they didn't block there, they were dead. Will Arena exist in 10 years? I have no idea. There's a real chance it doesn't. Whereas, like, Moto will probably outlive the planet.
Daddy!
What's going on, D-Money? What's up, dude? You want to say hi to the internet?
I'm hungry, Mommy.
Are we about to get Eldrazi? I think we're about to get, like, Ugin tier. They're about to get Spell Pierced. Do you enjoy it when I pierce you, opponent? Does it make you feel good? How does popcorn numbers go? We did an adequate amount. Oh, I can't actually kill them here, huh?
Do all day long.
That's unfortunate. Right, I think leaving Brazen Borrower on top was correct. I can't borrow my own thing, chat. This isn't illegal. I don't have a legal target for this. It's non-land permanent and opponent controls.
Do all day long.
Do all day long. I will come up and get you a snack after I finish this game real quick, bud.
What game? I hope you play.
You wanna help me play for a minute? Come here.
Yes. I put it lower.
Here, I'll pick you up.
How you play?
How do we play? What do you think? Hour of Promise.
Let's use this card.
You want to use that card? I think we're going to use that card. I think that's a good idea. Let's tap them out here. If they want their jobs, we know they have a Walking Ballista. So I don't want them to be able to, like, Walking Ballista kill my Brazen Borrower.
So after this one, give me a snack.
Yep, I will get you a snack in just a minute.
And after this game, after my snack, play dinosaur cards.
Oh, we should play dinosaur cards after your snack? I'm sorry, I don't have dinosaur cards on this one.
No, on a different one I want you to play.
Oh, we should play dinosaur cards on a different one? Are you a puppy?
No. Donut. Candy donut.
You want a candy donut?
Gummies.
Well, that's unfortunate. Ugh.
Gummy donut.
So,
Gummy donut.
yeah, I guess I just flash in Brazen Borrower, and then they're dead. They're dead to any instant or sorcery here. Never didn't have it, chat. Now that's not a spell. Now this is a spell. You need to open the deck queue in your web browser. The bit.ly short link doesn't work. in the Twitch embedded browser. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my child a snack. BRB. Christy's busy. All right, sorry about that. I played a league off stream with Worldbreaker last night, and it felt really unimpressive. Yeah, the Mana Vine emote one is temporary. I think spirits are strong enough to be a viable tempo deck in Pioneer. I believe that Archetype has posted a number of 5-0s in the different dumps. I'm actually going to update that link since it doesn't work on mobile. Hey, AJ Shrimp, thanks for the 23 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Team's great. I 5-0'd 3 times with Spirit. It's a high rate. How many leagues total do you think you've played to 5-0 3 times? Is Brazen Borrower the most misread card of the last 2 sets or just me? No, it's, people are not used to that effect. Only targeting your opponent's stuff for sure. I'm gonna take Rimrock Knight here. Because I can play Elusive Spellfist on 2, and then on 3 I can, like, Boulder Rush and then play the Rimrock Knight. That's pretty good. 3 5-0s in 10 leagues is a good rate. Yeah, anybody who didn't think Brazen Borrower was constructed playable, you should write them off as someone you'll never listen to again. Can't we use shillings to send messages in chat? Wait, did I just subscribe only to know this? Thanks for the 2 months back to the cave. Yeah, I disabled the ability to use shillings to send messages in sub-only chat. We're just too many low quality messages. Yeah, there were a lot of big wins for blue last night. So we'll give this 2 attack, and then Elusive Spellfist triggers, and gives itself another attack, and then unblockable here. So we'll crack them for 4, and then we'll play Boulder Rush. And then, next turn, I can slip through space Rimrock Knight, and then crack them for, like, 5. Probably Once Upon a Time 2, get an extra one in. As a non-American, I was wondering what tournament was going on, and what blue decks won big exactly, and then I realized. That's because red versus blue is the bare minimum baseline, German Space Ace. Once most things are blue, we can then start talking about the difference between, like, the Bernie Sanders and the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortezes of the world, and, like, the Nancy Pelosi's of the world. Like, those two types of people are fundamentally different in what they believe and what they're supporting. But, like, yeah, red versus blue is, like, literal fascism versus, like, people trying to give other people healthcare and, like, address climate change. So yeah, at a basal level, it is red versus blue. Blue is good. Blue is the left-leaning people who want to do things like abolish healthcare debt and stuff like that. Wanna make healthcare a nationalized thing in the States. Alright, Bonecrusher Giant's not bad here. We're kinda losing this race, huh? I guess I'm killing Veteran Motorist. That card's gonna slaughter us next turn. Who's Abzan colors then? So Motorist dies, this gets crewed, so I can't attack with Rimrock Knight here. I get to attack for 3. The problem is I'm down to 12 here. I guess if I hit like a +3/+1 next turn, I could steal with Temur Battle Rage, maybe, assuming I get a next turn. How many bits for a full stream of political rants? I don't know that I could mentally handle that. That sounds not productive. Just be nice to people. Can we just do that? Can we, like, be nice to people regardless of what they look like, where they come from, or who they love? That sounds like a nice idea. We should not have people go bankrupt because they were unlucky enough to get sick. All right, I would like, yeah, I just need to draw Blossoming Defense and Titan Strength are both lethal here. Rimrock Knight's also lethal. But, like, almost a dozen lethal draws. That also does it as well, because I get to Temur Battle Rage this, which puts the 5th card in my graveyard. So this now costs 1. Good stuff. We are like infect adjacent, right? It's basically what this deck is. It's definitely infect adjacent. Do I want Cruise in this matchup? Okay, I gotta decide how interactive I want to be on the draw. I think I want these Wild Slashes and this Lava Coil. I think the plan is just like slow down a little bit. What do we think of this? Yeah, I think I cut TBR and some pump spells. How do you feel about Titan Strength versus Become Immense? Maybe Become Immense is better. Or Titan Strength versus Blossoming Defense, sorry. Yeah, I think the Green Devotion deck's probably still good till proven otherwise. One of the questions you'll want to answer is Green Devotion better than, is it better than, what's the word I'm searching for? Is it better than, the Field of the Dead decks with the ban? It might not be. I'm just going to kill their thing here on the draw, play a little defensive. We've not played it in Soul Artifact deck on stream yet, no. Well, I don't know that it took them 2 weeks to realize it, but like the Devotion decks, when they had all of the tools that were recently banned, like were probably just the better ramp strategy. And making that deck weaker means people are going to explore more things, basically. Is what it like comes down to. Opponent currently missing red mana, looks like. Yep. So we'll go Swiftspear plus Stormchaser here. Blossoming Defense currently uncastable, which is a little awkward. Green is the least represented color in our mana base, so gonna be missing it on occasion. I think we have 10 green sources, if I recall correctly. Yeah, in general, bans should diversify the format. One of the things that's interesting about formats like Legacy and Modern is that even though formats like Legacy and Modern have a deeper card pool than something like Pioneer, the number of playable cards in those formats tends to be lower than a lower powered format. So I think if they manage the Pioneer banned list appropriately, there's a real chance that will have the most diverse selection of decks, if only because there will be a slightly lower power level among the decks that are seeing play. So stomp the Bomat Courier before they draw red. We'll Rimrock Knight Swiftspear here. I do not have a Shillings leaderboard that I have access to see, no. Yeah, I agree, Percy. These adventure creatures really feel like they fill out some of the fundamental issues archetypes like this have had in the past. So, peak Magic Online. One of these Bonecrushers is mine, one of these Bonecrushers is theirs. They both go in the same pile. Why? Welcome to Magic Online. Enjoy your stay. Bolt you. Get my boulder rush on. They're down to 4. Hoping to draw an untapped green source next turn. Which we actually don't have that many untapped green at this point. Because we have like Game Trail and Botanical Sanctums in our deck as green sources. We're hoping to draw like Mana Confluence here or a Stomping Ground. Fatal Push is an excellent last card for them to have here. Because they have a Bonecrusher Giant as well. Probably dead here. No, I can't cast my opponent's card. It just doesn't easily distinguish at a glance which ones are mine and which ones are my opponent's. Yeah, Slip Through Space would be a lethal draw here. Untapped green I don't even think is good enough at this point. Slip is lethal draw. Foils or full arts base mag. In general, I prefer to play with non-foil magic cards. You want Cindervines in? I can see that being okay. They do have a number of vehicles. Maybe we're supposed to Cindervines in? Stands great. The color combinations that have access to 8 fast lands feel really good in this format. Thanks for the 7 months, Spank Weasel. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Deal. Maybe Lava Coil wasn't good enough to board in here. Although they do have the 3/2 that recurs, so like exiling that seems appealing. I don't know if they'll reprint the other 5 fast lands of Pioneer. Yeah, it'll be interesting. There's a lot of half-completed cycles of lands in this format, right? Land. I guess. Land adjacent. Yeah, definitely accurate. Agree. Big agree. The green, I felt okay. I don't know. It's like relatively free. The mana becomes a little bit more painful, but like Once Upon a Time is busted. I really hope they ban this card. If this card's still legal come January, I'm gonna be pretty surprised. This card was an inherent design mistake in general and just shouldn't exist. Everything's viable till proven otherwise. No, you should just buy cards directly. Never buy booster packs. Never ever buy booster packs. The next standard legal set's not till like mid-January, right? If I recall. Like mid to end January. It's gonna be a long winter, chat. It's Gonna be a long winter. I mean, to be fair, like, people who have played Paper Magic, you understand that buying booster packs is silly, but that's a super fair question. Someone who's come to Magic Online from Arena, where the only option is buy booster packs. Like, you're just used to the fact that, like, it's second nature to you that that's not something you should do. All right, what am I doing here? I think I'm just Bonecrusher Gianting. Do I Bonecrusher Giant, or do I, like, go tapped land Spellfist? I definitely can Lala the Witch. I appreciate the tier 2, and thanks for the dealer's choice points. I think I want to just Bonecrusher and be mana efficient this turn. Like, I have 4 lands in play, so, like, next turn I could double 2-drop, which seems appealing. I think 1 mana ramp in standard is the same. I think 1 mana ramp's more debatable. I think Once Upon a Time's a fundamentally offensive card just because, like, every green deck starts with 4 cards in it. It's been a while since I've seen this one. Dwarves you control get 1/1. Each vehicle you control gets 1/1. Whenever it becomes tapped, pay X. If you do, reveal the top X cards of your library. Put all dwarves and vehicles from among them in your hand. Yep. 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 We're about to take some damages, chat. Got a trade here in combat. Otherwise, we're dead because they're attacking for 12. The Eldrazi deck felt reasonable. Brazen Borrower was really good. I think Rejuvenator's a card I want to be playing. We're probably dead here. So I can play Spellfist, I can Lava Coil, Depala, and then we die to this. I guess I should have traded with this, huh? If I'd have traded with this, so I'm at 4, so like this is getting +1 from Depala, and it's also getting +1 from Veteran Motorist. So if I would have traded with Motorist, I could have taken a hit next turn and not died. But I can't do that now, so we're dead. Why are we not playing Arena? Today is Brawl Day, the only day Arena is playable. I really don't like Brawl. I didn't find the games particularly engaging or fun. In a really narrow card pool, Brawl doesn't really have a lot of deck building depth. The reason I enjoy Magic as a game is to like take decks and play them and evaluate and tune and tinker with them, and I don't feel like I have enough tools available to me in Brawl to tune and tinker with decks. Like, we didn't even play against much Oko last time, and it still wasn't fun. And like, I'm glad other people enjoy Brawl. I've seen a lot of tweets about other people enjoying Brawl. I feel like Once Upon a Time will be banned once we reach Theros marketing season. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna keep this. This hand's kind of mediocre, but in these 3 color decks that sometimes have sketchy mana, my threshold for keeping a hand is lower when I have all 3 of my colors. Thanks for the 10 months, Charles. We want some copies of Distortion Strike over Slip Through Space. Distortion Strike's not legal. Pseudomere, it looks like here. Yeah, I'm supposed to wait a turn on this since I drew Taylor. It's possible I'm just supposed to like play Taylor and attack there. It's a great draw. Blossoming Defense about to punch the clock and go to work here. Would like to Boulder Rush that one, please. What if we didn't do that? Yeah, this is Taylor Swiftspear. For people that aren't used to that jargon. Aren't my jokes funny? Laugh at my jokes, chat. Please clap. All right, so we're gonna upkeep Titan Strength here. Don't want to draw that one. Actually, I think I'd rather just Rim Job here, right? I don't have lethal, right? This is 9, 10, 11, 12. I could deal 13 this turn. So yeah, I think I'd rather just Rimrock, hit them for 9. Are you ready? Bonecrusher's ready. Crunch. What do you think the alternative for Oath of Nissa for decks that were running that in Pioneer? Playing more lands. That's why it was a good ban. Put more mother-loving lands in your mother-loving decks. Okay. So Pseudomere. I think I want these. I think this is Temur Battle Rage out. Blossoming Defense seems great. That's a little slow, especially on the draw. I probably want to be more defensive. Is there a matchup where you side out? Oh, my Tron deck? Nah, probably not. I feel about Spell Pierce versus Slip. Pierce is probably going to be relevant here. We're both kind of low land count decks, I'd assume. Nah, probably not, Arion. As long as my deck queue is like infinitely backed up, which I expect it to kind of be. Like once the Pioneer deck queue gets like back under a dozen decks, I'm gonna open it back up for $25 submissions, which I assume will balloon it back up again. I'd like to thank everyone for watching this morning, by the way. We're currently the number one for concurrent viewers in the Magic section here on Twitch, playing on Magic's premier digital client. So I appreciate everybody here watching for that. Thanks for the 12 bucks, Winding Road. I appreciate that. Whoop. Survey says, please put this towards the Pummeler build around. Will do. Take the Stomping Ground. So I was a little greedy and bottomed. You'll note that I was a little greedy and bottomed the Mana Confluence there. Just because this is an aggressive mirror, I think Mana Confluence is just a little bit too much of a Hoagland. It's going to end up being a liability for us. So I think I'd much rather just like hope to hit a green source on the Once Upon a Time. You see, Courage JD went to YouTube. Yep. Hope his 401k was well stocked to make the switch to YouTube. My blood has been seared. We've not played any Kisses. As always, if you're wondering what decks we've played, you can check out my website and my YouTube channel for full archives of everything. You can dress it up with fancy words all you want. We're here to watch you play Excel against this dudes and type essays in the timer. Thanks for the 19 months, Matto, by the way. Welcome back. Yeah, that's true, actually. If I probably missed a point of damage there. It doesn't look like it's likely to matter. It might. Stomp was a good draw there. Missed another point of damage with my sequencing here. So, my opponent would be 2 lower if I had played slightly better. Of course we can still type in my opponent's timer. Why wouldn't that heinous unnecessary bug not be fixed? Any issues you're experiencing with the shilling system, please report directly to Twitch. Just a friendly reminder that system is still currently in beta. That's why it's not available on all channels. Just type 0 so they lose, right? Tradesies? Nope. Fair. You just killed an opponent with their own Jace Plus. I assume you killed it in response. Draw 2, discard 2. Interesting. Why is Moto called Excel/spreadsheet? Because it has no animations. So actually worth noting here, if I hadn't missed 2 points of damage earlier this game, I guess they're going to be dead on board anyways, right? Hey, Jer Panda, thanks for the 7 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. We're at 9. They drew a Treasure Cruise. Yep, that's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. How's the velocity of this deck? Full of velocity. Now, worth noting, if I had hit them for 2 extra earlier this game, they would be dead even if they killed Swiftspear here. So, my opponent would be dead here. So if they untap and kill me, it's because I punted. I did in fact remove send a message in sub-only mode. Made some changes to the stream to promote better mental health. Removing random people on the internet shouting things at me. Turns out that's better for my mental health. Yep, so we lost that game because I missed a couple points of damages there. That's one of those games where, like, it's very easy to think you just got a little bit unlucky and they peeled on you. Like, thinking about the spots where, like, you actually made your mistakes that cost you the game can often be difficult to pinpoint in games like that. Decisions that you make on the early turns can end up losing you the games on the very late turns. I don't think I can keep a double Mana Confluence hand in this matchup. This hand's very good. And then, you know, another thing to think about, if we just get run over this game, like, we shouldn't have even been playing a third game if we'd have played better. Just like things to consider. Your mistakes definitely snowball pretty hard in Magic. Third land's not bad. Get to stomp all over Taylor here. Hit him for 2. Now, our lands have done a number to us here, so, like, even though we have the threat in play, we actually have a lower health total than the opponent here. Tie game. Wow, way to murder Taylor. I think I'm just going to go ahead and kill this here. You guys want to keep their threats off the table? Looting, really? Okay. What if there's like filling the bin up for a treasure cruise here? Bin to negate, yep. Their last card a cruise. Their last card's always a cruise, chat. Guess I take Spellfist. I could have done 4, 5, 6, 7 extra here. Maybe I should have just 7'd them and tried to find a shock. Yeah, it's very, I think I messed up that last turn. Are we dead? Yep. So, close game 3 here, and again, I'm not sure there was really a whole lot I could do there. Like, even if I make the better choice, I end up 70 them, I just die. But again, like, I wouldn't have even been playing that third game if I wouldn't have missed a point of damage in the second game there. So, play better, you'll win more matches of Magic. Sure. Once upon a time, there was a... I think I'm in for Bonecrusher Giant here. Attack for 1 here. Go Soul-Scar Mage. Tapped Game Trail Pass. And then next turn we can Botanical Sanctum. We can like Bonecrusher a blocker plus Rimrock Knight. If they don't play a blocker, I can Rimrock Knight plus cast Rimrock Knight. Huh? So like 1,000% have a removal spell here, right? It's gonna stomp their face. This might elicit the removal spell. They have a Fatal Push 2 here. I get kind of blown out, but if they have a Fatal Push 2, we're probably just dead, so it doesn't matter. Weird that they're trophying Taylor instead of Soul-Scar Mage. Because unless they're going to bounce Soul-Scar Mage is like just better. I mean, the Democratic victories in both those places yesterday were a big deal. Those are places that are generally fairly red and went red in 2016 more specifically. So like, that's hopefully a sign of things to come next year. Dems have flipped 9 governor races since 45-1. Excellent. What happens when someone becomes a shillionaire? You get a custom Discord role in the subscriber Discord server, and you also get to add a deck to the queue with 100 points. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. Yeah, I guess it's just okay. They're probably trading here. So there could be a Shillionaires only Discord channel. I don't know about that one. It's a pretty good card. I think this card's probably super playable. Punish for not using the Titan Strength last turn. Thought seizing when they're that low is bold. Hey, Limner, so let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. I just don't have good attacks, right? I was really hoping to hit a Bonecrusher Giant there. We swung and we missed. If I attack with everything... I guess if I attack with everything and they fire up this has to chump block. I guess they can fire this up, trade here, bounce here, take 2, go to 3. So, like, am I willing to trade this for this and, like, put them to 3? That might be worthwhile. Yeah, I think I'm actually into that. Hello, youngest son. Are you enjoying your day home with Mom?
I'll play a Switch game.
You want to play a Switch game?
Okay.
Dad can't play a Switch game right now with you, but I bet Mommy will put on the Switch game for you upstairs.
I need help.
Yep, ask her and she'll help you, okay?
I want to play in your card games on your Switch.
So that combat went exactly as expected. They're at 3. So that means, burn or pump are lethal here. I've been subbed for longer than Pioneer's been a format. And we drew a land. So, you know, that's peak Magic the Gathering. Needed to draw a spell in our 19 land deck. Drew that land number 8. Drew land number 8 in 17 cards. It's slipping away, chat. It's slipping away. Yep. If I'd have been more aggressive with that Titan Strength, we'd have ended up winning this game. Stormchaser Mage and Burn Spells, all great here. That's not good enough, right? Slip through space will be lethal though, so that's nice. Their lands are no longer dead draws though. Just rip a bolt, right? I think it's much too early to make any statements about the format in general. As for this deck, yeah, I mean, like, every point counts in your aggro deck, right? It's 3 mana, give it +3/+3. It's Knight of the Ebon Legion. Chaos Magic Chuck, thanks for the half a year support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. That's a Drana Liberator, okay. Slip is good. Because they attacked there, a haste creature is good. They could also just, like, have a removal spell in their hand, though, right? I think that's a very real possibility. YOLO Swaggins. This is it. Our one last shot. It's our chance to roll. This opportunity comes once in a match time. Please don't fatal push me, green black opponent. Please die to this become immense. Do 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 do. Please die. Please die. No whammy, 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 no whammy. Who's got 2 thumbs and concedes to fatal push? This guy right here. %1,000% about to get pushed. Not close. I think that if they only make that attack if they have push. Wow, someone call the police because there's been a robbery. Someone call the police because there has been a robbery. That was their game to lose and they lost it. Yeah, Cruz is probably great here. I agree. I'm gonna board out a bunch of our combat tricks here and board in another protection spell. Like this is like the 5th blossoming defense. And like a couple borrowers for threat density and interaction, then some treasure crews to gas back up after they kill our stuff. Hey, thanks for the 10 months and back. I appreciate that. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you're having an excellent Wednesday wherever you are. Sure. The opponent is playing a green-black mid-range deck. Alright, well, I guess we'll take that one. Alright, Taylor, get in there. Taylor Swiftspear, I choose you. Sorin, Imperious Bloodlord. That's a card. Okay. I think we just kill this, right? So if I rim job this, it goes up to 4, and then I can Once Upon a Time to get it to 5. Man, does anybody else in chat remember when 3-mana Planeswalkers only went to 5 loyalty? What a dark and weird time in Magic's history. Imagine printing a 3-mana Planeswalker that only upticks to 5. Weird. And it only upticked to 5, and it didn't leave any value behind. Remember when this card was standard defining? Like this is just the card that people played that just like defined standard. Yeah, Dami Raid went to 4. And he almost never drew a card. Alright. Petty Theft that one. We'll play Rimrock Knight. We'll hit you for 2. I like Little Sorin with Walking Ballistas. That's a cute idea, because it gives it Death Touch. I'm down for that. Yahenni's Expertise. Rude. Is everything -3/-3, and then they get to cast a 3-mana spell from their hand. So they clear my board and generate more tempo. Seems super powerful here. Card seems slick. Clears Nissa lands. They have a green source here. If they don't have a green source, this play is pretty bad. Because, like, they know I have Bonecrusher Giant from a Once Upon a Time, right? Maybe they just have a second... Maybe they have a second Scoos. Maybe they just like... Hopefully they just didn't have another cheap spell and they didn't want to just lose value. Look at all these adventure creatures. Like, our hand is empty, but we still have 3 threats over here. Was that a good draw, chat? What do you think? When we're empty-handed, is that draw good? I'm on a boat. So we'll go ahead and we'll attack here. If they block and pump, we'll stomp it in response. If they don't block and pump, we'll play Rim Job Knight post-combat. No blocks, yep. I'll take my 2 points of damage. Yep. Sure. Yeah, Rimrock Knight's been very good. I think if you're playing a Prowess deck in this format and you're not playing Rimrock Knight, your deck's probably misbuilt. I also think Rimrock Knight makes me think that I would like to see, what's Javier Dominguez's new card? The one drop that powers up another knight. I feel like that could be a red one drop worth exploring in these decks. Yeah, Fervent Champion because it powers up Rimrock Knight too. He's dead, Jim. You've killed him. The Storybook frames are on Magic Online. This is WotC's premier Magic client. Of course, we have Storybook frames and other features. We have a full tournament client. We have Storybook frames. Everything you could possibly want and imagine is here. All right, I missed a point of damage. I should have stomped this in response before they did it. I wasn't thinking that they tapped off a black and couldn't pump it. You can foil out your deck on Magic Online, but the foils look really bad. Stop, Jeff, you're hurting me. They might have a Doomblade here. If they kill Swiftspear in response, I don't get to draw a card here, which kind of sucks. Yeah, you take 4 to Swift End that. Swift End, my guy. Yeah, you take your 4 and you like it. They had the trophy. Wild. Maybe they didn't realize maybe they're new to Magic. So for reference, if you remove a card's only target in response to it being cast, that card doesn't resolve. So if my opponent would have killed my Swiftspear in response to the slip through space, I wouldn't have gotten to draw a card from it because the rest of the card would have been countered. D-Tree, thanks for the half a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, between the sideboard treasure cruises and these adventure creatures just providing utility on top of threats, like, this felt very clean. That's true. I did miss a point of damage, and that missed point would have made Borrower lethal this turn. It's a good observation. If they block here, they go to 6 and they die, so this is a free attack. I think Spell Pierce is good in general, yep. So now they're going to 1. And if they rip, or they're going to 2. If they rip a sweeper, you know, it's definitely my fault. They could brick and die. Would love it if they'd brick and die, but, you know, they would be dead here if I had played better. All right, end up dying. I'm gonna be honest. I was pretty impressed with this deck. I felt like it kind of I've always felt underwhelmed by these style of decks in the past, and I felt like the adventure creatures and Once Upon a Time especially like really tied the room together. Temur Battle Rage was pretty underwhelming for me in the matches we played. Yeah, Temur Battle Rage was a card that I just wasn't super impressed with. I don't know about another Become Immense. I was super impressed with Brazen Borrower in all the matches that we played, and this card just like constantly impresses me in like every deck I put it in. So I think I would probably cut the TBRs and play Brazen Borrower in the main. Like another evasive threat that also lets us impact the board and set our opponent back seems really appealing. So I think if I were to do this, I would do Brazen Borrow in here at the very least, and then consider other things to the sideboard. There was a suggestion about a Braid. A Braid seems very reasonable. Maybe 3 Cindervines is too many, but like something like that. Something to kill 5 toughest creatures on board? Maybe. I don't know. Brazen Borrower tempoing them and like attacking through them. Like we have Soul-Scar Mage 2 to shrink them down, another combat trick, so I'm not sure that we really need that. Royal Scions could maybe be okay. I don't know. Three's a lot of mana, and we're also like not super interested in protecting our Royal Scions. So this deck felt reasonable. If you're looking for a Temur deck or a Tempo deck in the format, this would probably be one of my recommendations to give a try to. I think Arcanist would be really bad here. We don't really have much that it flashes back. All right, so that's going to wrap on Pioneer for